There are changes to the Global Harmonization Standards, known as GHS, that will affect manufacturers, distributors, and users of chemicals. GHS, the Globally Harmonized System for Classification and Labeling of Chemicals, impacts product labeling and material safety data sheets for finished products and ingredients. OSHA has aligned its hazard communication standards with the UN Globally Harmonized System to create a universal approach to classifying hazardous chemicals and communicating product hazards and warnings on labels and safety data sheets. The goal is to increase safety in the workplace. The modifications to GHS include revised criteria for chemical hazard classifications, revised label requirements, revisions to definitions and terms, and a change from an 8-part MSDS to a 16-part safety data sheet, known as SDS. Not all cleaning chemicals are hazardous, but for those that are, specific GHS classes are assigned, whether it is a health hazard, physical hazard, or environmental hazard. The revised label requirements include the use of a signal word that indicates the severity of the hazard. There should only be one signal word on the label, depending upon the severity, either danger or warning. Pictograms are images that should be placed on the label to convey health, environmental, or physical hazards. The pictogram is a square on its point with a red border and a black image. Precautionary statements are intended to prevent or minimize adverse effects. Wear protective gloves. Keep only an original container. Do not eat, drink, or smoke when using this product are examples of precautionary statements. All applicable hazard statements must also be included on the label, such as causes skin irritation and flammable liquid and vapor. Here is an actual label with the required pictogram, hazard statement, signal word, and precautionary statement. Additionally, the name and address of the manufacturer must be present on the label. Each product will have a new 16-part safety data sheet, or SDS, that is compliant with the new Globally Harmonized System of Classification of Chemicals. The 16-part SDS must be presented in a consistent order. Section 1 is the identification. The same product identifier is used on the label. Section 2 is the hazard identification and should include the signal word, hazard statement, pictogram, and precautionary statements. Section 3, 4, and 5 include information on the ingredients, first aid, and fire measures. Sections 6, 7, and 8 include the preventative and precautionary information. The next 3 sections include information on physical and chemical properties, stability and hazardous reactions, and toxicological information. Sections 12 through 18 must be included, but are not enforced by OSHA. Ecological information, disposal information, transportation, regulatory information, as well as the date of preparation or the last revision are included in these sections. There is a mandated timeline. By December 1st of 2013, any employee that is exposed to hazardous chemicals must be trained on the new label formats and the new 16-part safety data sheet. By June 1st of 2015, the new safety data sheets and labels must be in place. And 6 months later, December 1st of 2015, distributors will be required to have GHS compliant labels. Remember, the purpose of the new Global Harmonization Standard is to standardize the way chemicals are classified and hazards are communicated for our increasingly global economy.